In this video, I'm going to show you the step-by-step process that me and my team used in order to get lots of landscaping leads for one of my clients in Virginia. And as you can see on my right side, these are all of the leads that came in through contact forms on his website. And this guy didn't only get contact form inquiries. Like most people actually just called him directly. Of course, I'm not going to be able to share lots of details because I don't want to reveal who the client is and all that, but I'm going to be sharing lots of screenshots and I'm going to be giving you lots of practical tips so you can apply in your own business. Now, this landscaper is a great guy, but when he first started working with us, he was having trouble getting any leads. He was only getting some leads to referrals, some leads from going door to door and all that stuff, but his business was barely getting by. After 1 year of working with us, this small landscaping business became a multi-million-dollar landscaping company. And honestly, even though I'm super happy with the results that we did for this client and the work we did overall to help him get all these leads, he wouldn't be able to grow this business at this size if it wasn't for him, because this guy is a great guy. He provides great service. He really cares about his customers. He does really good work. He's a really great guy to speak to. Like, his customer service is excellent. And even now that he's making all this money and that he has this company of this size, he still puts in the same amount of effort towards every single customer. If this guy didn't care about his customers, if this guy didn't provide that good work, then eventually all of this marketing would actually catch up with him. Because a lot of companies, a lot of landscapers think that they can get by providing a horrible service, by not caring about their customers, by just being in it to make some money. And of course, this is possible, but eventually it catches up to you and, you're not going to be able to grow a big company out of this. And this guy didn't only get contact form inquiries. Like most people actually just called him directly. Like, for example, they would search up the services that they need, or they would just search for landscapers in their area. And then they would see these companies, they would click on his listing, they would see the pictures of his work, they would see reviews that he got, and then they would just call him directly. But a lot of people would go to his website and then, of course, they would learn more about this company, see who he is, see what kind of services he provides, and if he can actually help them. And then they would give him a call, or they would just fill out the contact form so that they can get in touch with him. And you're probably wondering, like, what was the strategy that we used in order to get all these leads? And the strategy itself was actually pretty simple. It's all about showing up on Google when people from your local area search for your services, whether it's remodelers, landscapers, or any other industry, honestly. So if you can show up high enough on Google when people search for your services, then you can get a lot of high quality leads. And of course, if you want me and my team to get similar leads for your company, then head over to logicalmarketer.net, fill out the contact form, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So in order for this whole process to work, we need two main things. The first one is a Google My Business listing. And of course, this way we can show up on Google when people search for our services. The reason why having a Google My Business listing is super beneficial is because Google My Business listings show up above regular search results. And also when people are actually looking for service providers, they're looking at these listings. Now, I'm not saying that people are not looking at these websites and regular search results when they're looking to hire somebody. I'm just saying that people are a lot more likely to look at these listings instead. So there were two main things that we needed this client to provide for us. Everything else could be handled by me and my team. The first thing are Google reviews. The second thing are images. And these are the two main things that I have no control over. Like, this is something that you, even if you decide to work with me tomorrow, I will tell you the same thing. Like, hey, listen, we need more images and we need more reviews. The reason why having a decent number of reviews is super important is so that people can actually notice your company. If somebody goes to Google and they search for landscapers in their city, and they see top 3 companies, and even if your company is among these top 3 companies, even if your company is ranking first, but if your company only has 2 reviews, but all these different companies have like 20 reviews, 30 reviews, then of course, people are a lot more likely to look at these companies and they would just think of you as maybe some newbie that just got into the game. The reason why having lots of good images is important is so that people can actually see that you do good work, because that's going to be the main thing that people look at. When we add content to the website, when we optimize website for SEO, when we build websites in general, we're mainly trying to explain to Google why they should show our company higher than all these different companies. But without images, people would just go to your website and then they would leave. Images actually sell your projects because people are going to look at the work you do and then they would conclude all these different things about your company. This guy does great work. That means that they're probably professional, reliable, they do great work, they provide great customer service, even though that actually has nothing to do with this. But this is what people assume. So take some beautiful pictures of your work and add them to your website, and this alone is going to help you get a lot more work. And there's a huge difference actually between landscaping industry and, for example, plumbing industry. People, when they're looking for a plumber, they don't really care about these pictures. Like, I still advise my plumbing clients to actually get pictures so that we can show people that we are a real company. You know, when they see some pictures and stuff, then it, you know, makes you look real, and people are a lot more likely to contact you. But with landscaping industry, this is absolutely crucial, because without images, they don't even know what kind of work you do. Another reason why it's a lot easier for landscapers to get leads than, for example, some other industry, like for example, remodeling, is because an average landscaping job is going to cost a lot less than an average remodeling job. There's a huge difference between paying for a 5K project and paying for a 50K project, or even bigger. So if somebody's looking to hire a remodeler, then of course they're going to look at a lot more different factors. They're going to look at competitors' website. They're going to go to their website, see who the owners are, see a lot of these different things before they decide to contact somebody in a lot of different cases. Meanwhile, with landscaping, a lot of people are going to go to Google, they will search for the services that they need, or they will just search for landscapers in general. They will go to your profile, they will see beautiful pictures of your work, they will see lots of great reviews, and then they will just give you a call. And that's the reason why landscapers usually get a really high number of calls, because it's just super easy to get these leads, as long as you're ranking high enough on Google. Now, I first started working with this landscaper in 2021, like in the beginning of 2021. And before that, he actually bought a website, like he had a website. He actually paid over $2,000 for that website. And unfortunately, it was built really poorly. Like, the website didn't help produce any leads, because it's not just about building a website. It's not even about optimizing the listing. It's about combining all these things together, which is honestly what me and my team do really great work at. And of course, if you want me and my team to get similar leads for your company, then head over to logicalmarketer.net, fill out the contact form on my website, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But this is basically what I'm trying to explain to everybody. It's not just about building a website. It's not even just about optimizing the website for SEO or about optimizing the listing and stuff. It's about combining all these things together, and this helps produce excellent results. And in the beginning, like, this client also had a Google My Business listing, but unfortunately, like, this listing wasn't optimized and naturally didn't produce almost any results. He barely had, like, I think 2 reviews on it or something, but it was a mess. Unfortunately, it was a complete mess. So during the first stage of this project, I'm gonna post a screenshot. During the first stage, like during the first couple of months, we were focused on building a new website, and we were focused on doing these initial SEO optimizations for his website and for his Google My Business listing. Of course, the reason why we put in a lot of work in the beginning is so that we can provide Google with all this new information about this company. So in the first stage of this project, like in the first couple of months, we were mainly focused on doing a lot of work on his website, on his Google My Business listing. So this was also an investment on my part, because me and my team were willing to spend a lot more hours to work on this project in the beginning so that we can help produce excellent results later. The reason why this is important at the beginning of the project is so that Google can see this new information about this company that they previously didn't have. And then this can help them get that initial bump in rankings, which can help them produce those results quickly. The main thing that I need from my clients to do is get a lot of reviews and get a lot of pictures, as I already said. And of course, like, the website itself is a work in progress. It's not completed ever. Like, we keep building on top of it. It's like building a house, you know, but the house that always keeps expanding and stuff. So this is basically the same thing about the website as well. We built the first version of the website, and then of course this helped provide Google with a lot of information about this new company, and then we focused on SEO for the next stage of this project. So during the second stage of this project, we were mostly focused on SEO improvements, building backlinks, optimizing this website for SEO, doing an analysis of its current rankings, and then of course trying to see what kind of improvements we can make in order to get even better results. But in this stage, we were kind of profiting off of all the work that we did before, because that's pretty much how SEO works. Like, you do some work, and then you wait for Google to update the rankings. Google updates the rankings, and then you analyze the whole situation, figure out the ways you can adjust your strategy, and then you apply those changes, and then of course you go and do that, infinite amount of times. So after Google started to apply all these changes that we did on the website and on the Google My Business listing, and they started to rank his company higher on Google, this client started to get a huge amount of calls. And I'm gonna post this screenshot here that shows the calls that he received during these few months and during the second stage of this whole project. And this is absolutely incredible in my opinion. Remember, like, this is the first year that we're actually working with this client, and he's already getting this many calls. And of course, his business immediately transformed. You're probably thinking right now that all this sounds too good, but this is the good part of the year, like what happened during the winter. And here's the screenshot of the amount of calls that this client received during the last winter. And as you can see, like he was averaging at around 30 calls per month during the winter, whole season and stuff. And last year, like a year before that, I really don't have a screenshot, but as you can see, like he was getting like 35% more calls this year. So naturally, like, he was getting around 20 calls a month during the first year that we worked on this project. So the reason why this was possible is because we prepared for this before. Like we actually had to modify the website and stuff so that we can get leads during the winter, because it takes a while for Google to update the website and to update the search results. So of course we had to prepare for this in advance. And this is one of many reasons why it's super important to work on these projects over a longer period of time. So in 2022, like last year, during the first part of the year and stuff, like during these good seasons, like the client was getting a ton of calls. Like I'll post a screenshot here as well. Like he was getting a lot of leads from his Google My Business listing and from his website as well. So now during this stage, it was more about maintaining their current rankings, and it was more about filtering these leads so that they can focus on these bigger jobs and stuff, and of course so that they can grow their company into that different direction. So right now in 2023, it's pretty much all about maintaining their current rankings so that they can keep getting these excellent results and so that they can keep growing their company. Right now, we're also redesigning their website so that they can focus on these different services as well. So this is like the main reason why SEO and these kind of marketing plans are a work in progress. Like it's all about updating the website, updating SEO and all those things, analyzing results, making additional updates, and going into that circle over and over again so that we can consistently get better results up until the point where the client is getting incredible amount of leads, and it's all about maintaining their rankings and maintaining those results. But that's pretty much what we did for this client, and that's the way that we were able to help this client grow this business from a small company that was barely getting by to a multi-million-dollar landscaping business. And if you have any questions, definitely let me know. If you want to work with me and my team, and if you want us to do something similar for your company, then head over to logicalmarketer.net, fill out the contact form, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Even if you don't want to work with us, I'll be happy to share more useful tips that you can apply in your business. But thank you for watching this video, and I really hope it's been helpful. Have a good day.